Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're dissecting the single most important document in real estate.
If you're studying for your exam, you know how absolutely crucial the sales contract is.
Understanding its journey from offer to close is essential for passing those tough questions.
So it all starts with the offer and the critical concept of the counteroffer.
Any change, no matter how small, creates a counteroffer and kills the original deal.
Now let's watch how this plays out in a classic exam trap scenario.
And the result? No contract. The seller's counteroffer was a rejection. There's nothing left to accept.
Next up, let's talk about what solidifies the deal: money and legal interest.
It is so crucial to distinguish the fund from the remedy. This is a common mix-up.
From the moment the contract is binding, the buyer holds something called ownership in equity.
This gives the buyer the legal right to sue and actually force the sale if the seller defaults.
Now, what about protections? That's where the contract's safety nets, contingencies, come in.
If a contingency isn't met, terminating isn't a breach, it's just part of the deal.
Your exam will almost certainly test you on these big three buyer protections. Know them cold.
This is a high-stakes move to make an offer more attractive, but it carries huge risk.
So what happens when a party violates the contract without a legal excuse, like a failed contingency?
The seller has a few options, but most often they'll just keep the earnest money.
The buyer has similar remedies, but with one very powerful legal advantage.
And this brings us to a key legal principle and a super frequent exam topic.
The logic is simple. Money can't truly compensate a buyer for the loss of a specific property.
Finally, let's look at two alternative contracts you absolutely need to know for the exam.
The core difference here is all about obligation. Is one party bound, or are both? With an option, the buyer simply has the exclusive right but not the obligation to purchase.
So, after all this, what's the #1 thing to remember as a real estate licensee?
You have to know that line. Always refer your clients to an attorney. That's your most important job.